how to completely escape from the matrix. That's right, you feel trapped, you feel locked in, you don't know what's going on in life. This is all circumstances from our environment. Unfortunately, we have to put in extra work in order to create a spiritual life. Honestly, this is why I call it a daily practice. This isn't going to happen without your effort, okay? This isn't going to be just given to you, all right? What this comes down to is getting rid of all obstacles in your life, all dependency on the system, right? We are all experiencing this to some degree. I know you got to pay bills. I know you got mouths to feed. I know you have responsibilities in life. The question is this serving the highest good of all? Is it serving the fifth dimensional energy that the heart-centered consciousness with this great awakening? That's what this is all about. Now, if you feel trapped, if you feel like you're stuck at that job and you can't get what you want in life, that's the matrix. That's exactly what this is. We really have to break down exactly what it is first before we can escape it, right? Now, if you have a job that you're comfortable with, awesome. Keep it up. Now, most people are trapped in the limitations of the mind. That is the third dimension. That is the matrix itself. This was created. This is somebody else's agenda that you're playing out. Haven't you noticed that? Haven't you noticed the difference, right? That shallow, artificial consciousness, right? We get caught, all right, with our senses. That's what this comes down to. It's a very important role that needs to be played out before we can experience that fifth dimensional energy, which is the heart. Right? That's what's through when you escape the matrix. Now, you're going to start getting little signs from your higher self. You're going to get signs from the guides, the angels, whatever word you want to put on that. The important part is, are you taking action on it? Because if you're not listening to the higher self, what voice are you listening to? That's right, the mind, the ego, the rat race. In yoga we call this the samsara, the cycle of birth and death. That's what we are escaping. That's what this is all about, realizing our true self. Now the matrix, again, has been created to keep you in control, serving somebody else's agenda. Let me use my life for an example. I was brought up in the standard American diet, standard American school system, and unfortunately a lot of the problems that was occurring in my life came down to experiencing the limitations from that system, right? Like I couldn't conform to that thing that the system wanted me to be, honestly. And I tried over and over again. And I just wasn't really excited about anything. Now, I had to please my parents, had to please everybody, right, in the beginning, until I started unlearning and deprogramming. Okay, this is what it comes down to, your mind, okay? You have the power to change your beliefs and actually escape the matrix in all forms of life. Now I'm going to break this down. First, you have to start thinking about your heart. You have to literally do what you love. And I know it sounds simple and easy. I'm telling you to go deeper into those things because your highest passion is what's going to propel you through this. That's what's going to give you the energy to actually go through that fear-based reality that's created by the mind. So, how do you actually get in tune with that energy? If you're watching right now and you're like, man, I don't even know what I love to do, you have to start where you're at. You have to start with simply, riding your bike. If you love painting, pick up that paintbrush every day. God only helps people who help themselves. It's like, if you're not doing those things, if you're not focused on your highest passion, then you're just stuck in the matrix. And this comes back to free will, right? The universe is like, cool, this is what you get. And it's just going to keep happening and happening because, again, you're getting caught in those cycles of the mind. So, in order to break that, right, you have to break that cycle. Step one is meditation. That's why I talk about this so much right here at the Infinite Cup. We have to get past those limitations of the mind. Once you have your meditation practice on point, you feel good. You actually get discernment on what the higher self is saying versus that lower self or the ego. You want to keep following the higher self. You want to keep following the guides, the angels, the synchronicities, the angel numbers. All of this is a sign, like little breadcrumbs, allowing you to get past where you are at right now in your level of consciousness. Now, The Matrix wasn't just a movie. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a movie and this just happens. No, these are metaphors, right? I actually think it's more like a documentary. If you haven't seen the movie right now, you need to stop this video and go watch the movie because this is a profound thing, you know, in Hollywood, you always find these little tidbits of information. And yes, you can transcend the matrix. In yoga, we call this Maya, or illusion. This third dimension, this thing that is being created from the mind, is an illusion. It's not the real life. It's not the real you. You are not this body. You are not your thoughts. You are so much more than that. So how do you experience that? How do you go past that level of consciousness? Practice. Just like anything in life, any new thing that you're acquiring, you have to practice. You have to put in the work. You can't get caught in those expectations. You can't have the intuition online. You can't have the clarity of mind without doing the prerequisites. That's what this video is all about. Now, the first prerequisite is getting your body on point. Your energy in your body has to be adapt to the fifth dimension, meaning you have to get in tune with your light body. You have three bodies if you didn't figure this out already. You have the physical body, this tied to the third dimension. You have an astral body, which is what you experience every single night when you sleep and you go into the dream realm, right? That's not your physical body flying and experiencing this cosmic dimension. Now, your last body is the causal body, like that form of ideas that is beyond anything with form whatsoever. You have to actually like have that idea, right, before it goes through the astral and down into this physical plane of existence. Now I bring this up because all of three of these are happening at the same time, meaning you have an astral form, you have a causal form, you have a physical form simultaneously. Now that astral version of yourself is just as real as your physical self, if not more real. Now when you actually experience this, right, step one is lucid dreaming, right? This is a great way to experience your astral form. When you do this, you have that breakthrough, that aha moment where you're like, whoa, this is actually real. And I honestly don't know the difference between my dreams and my reality. That's because they are real. This isn't like a difference, right? You might know that the laws that govern them are totally different. That's how you know it's real. Now, I bring this up because of the matrix itself is tied to keeping you into that third dimension, keeping you into that physical form. If you are led to believe, if your belief system says that you are just this body and that you are just your thoughts, then that's it. Free will dictates that that's all you're going to experience in this reality. Now, how do you get past that? Again, meditation. So we're gonna check the box of your light body. You're getting in tune with the nutrition. I talk a lot about detox and how to really be, vegan. If you're not vegan right now, I highly suggest getting in tune with a plant-based diet. This will just help you in a very profound way that you probably wouldn't even think of before. Once you have that box checked, let's go a little bit deeper into your emotions. What I'm talking about is the shadow work, right? Those emotions, those skeletons in your closet that you've been holding on to need to come out before you can escape the matrix. All of this is what's keeping you locked up in the mind, creating that rat race over and over again. And it gets tiring, right? It's like, honestly, it's exhausting after a while of just being in that rat race and you really just want to escape. Now, this is the exact tool because you have to go through it. Most people think that they can avoid it all the time. I see this so often in the spiritual community. People think that they can avoid all of those things, those obstacles, those negative emotions, and instead we need to bring those out of the closet and look head on directly at them. I know it's not easy. I'm not here to, butter you up and tell you that it's going to be easy and it's going to be a fantastic experience if you just use this mantra. No, you have to go through this experience. You have to go through those negative emotions in order to have that upgrade, that energy expansion is behind all of those negative emotions. So go through them. I'm telling you, this is powerful work. This is the inner work that all of us need to do in order to escape the matrix. Nobody's going to do this for you. Nobody's going to really, do anything for you, honestly. This all comes down to you putting in the work every single day so you can create higher consciousness. Now, if you're here and you're watching this video right now, I can tell you are already a part of the Great Awakening and you have already begun to shift your consciousness out of the matrix. Otherwise, literally, you would not be watching and you wouldn't have even clicked on this video. So keep up this work, keep going, go deeper than you've ever gone before in your practice. Meditate more. Go clean, get vegan, right? Start really experiencing this higher consciousness because nobody's gonna do this work for you. Now, I know it's not easy, so when you get caught when you get triggered, you know, when those uncomfortable moments happen, remember, the only way out is through. That's like one of my favorite sayings of all time, because this gives you the fuel, gives you the motivation to actually have the courage to look at those obstacles as a gift, as an opportunity presented by the universe so you can wake up. That's what this is all about. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. So much love, so much gratitude goes out to everybody right here. Thank you again for being here. If you want to join the Inner Circle group, I'm taking new members. Check out in the description of this video. You can find the link to the Patreon page. You will find the Inner Circle group where you can join other people on the spiritual path, join some like-minded individuals to help create the accountability in your life so you can know what to do in order to have that change and have that expansion to get to that breakthrough even quicker. All right, thank you all. Again, until next time, guys, I'm out. Infinite love, infinite peace.